this tutorial course PHL301 course we did last week. Fully by the end of this week, calling in a wrap course for the Department of Philosophy 300 level, first semester, and it speaks a lot about logic and reasoning of logic, the application and the using of logical symbols and representing them with their signs, the use of connectives alongside these propositions. And we're going to be considering according to the thumbnail, we're going to be considering the symbolization of prepositions. Okay, so for those of us who are new to the stream, please ensure to do the needful, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and also give us a thumbs up and let us know where you're watching from in the comments section to say hi, hello, good evening. It all depends on where you're watching from. So according to the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about symbolizing prepositions. And in our last class we talked about connectives as we identify each one's and what they represent. So I'm going to be using the connectives to make prepositions. And remember what we said in our very first class, prepositions are also statements, factual arguments, the completion. We're going to use these connectives to represent the completion of prepositions. Alright, so we're going to be starting with the use of negation. Okay, symbolizing. Okay, so we have negation. Remember what we represented negation with, the symbol used in representing negation from our previous class. Okay, so to obtain the negation of a preposition, okay, to obtain the negation of a preposition, we are to place the negation sign to the left side of the symbol. First thing first, negation is represented with this symbol. Note that. Alright? Speaking of where to place the negation, speaking of the side to which we are to place this negation, the side is to take by the constant, by the variable. I'm going to illustrate that with the use of setting. The last class, we agreed that we can use. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Miss Udeme is complaining that she has been waiting since. Oh, we apologize. Sometimes, service providers can be very, very funny. And like, we have our mantra, irrespective of the situation. We just have to take advantage of it and use it to our favor. Fortunately, we were delayed, but we could not be stopped. We could not be stopped. Alright, but we were delayed. Yeah, the class couldn't be stopped, but the class was actually delayed. That's why we are starting this late. So sorry about that, Miss Ideme, and every other person who has been waiting. Okay. Now, here is where we have to place our negation. The sun is shining, quite alright. So you have to insert your negation in this simple proposition. Then the negation is expected to be around here, which is not. Can we see that? The sun is not shining. Alright? You can also have it is raining. Can be as well. It is not. Are we together? So the negation is a pretty straight one. It's a very simple and straightforward one. So let's go for something more interesting. So now, the sun is not shining like we have used here. Could be the case of the sun, all right? It could be the case of it is false, okay? It is false that the sun is shining. It could be the case of it is not true. All of these still falls under. I'm going to interpret that in a written form. All right, so we have it is false. Okay, that the sun is shining. Or we can say it is not true. Remember we said a proposition can be either true or false, not simultaneously the same. Alright? Said that in first class. Alright? So from all the examples we've given on negation, you can obviously see that it is all pointing to one thing. They are all pointing to one thing. This false, not true. All right. I can even add one more. It is not the case. It is not the case that the sun is shining. It is It is not the case that the sun is shining. Everything here points to no other thing than negation. I believe this is clear enough. So let's take a step further. Now, let's take this. Conjunction. Next one is conjunction. Remember the sign for conjunction? Here it is. Dot. Dot. To obtain the conjunction of two prepositions, we place the conjunction sign in between the signs of the two prepositions called conjuncts. Let's do that again. To obtain the conjunction of two prepositions, for you to obtain the conjunction of two prepositions, what you need to do is to place the conjunction sign, which is dot, in between the signs of the two prepositions called conjuncts. So now, if we use, now let's take for example, W, let W represent, the preposition today is Friday. No, today is Monday. Let's use today is Monday, and the letter U represents the proposition we are at now, Abuja. We are at now, Abuja. Now, remember we said something the other day when we started the foundation we had for this class. We said we have simple sentence and we have compound sentence. When we were taking example for negation, we were using simple sentences. Right, but for conjunction, we can't use just a simple sentence. We have to use compound sentence. And when we say compound sentence, remember we also said we can refer to them as atomic as well. So this compound sentence now is a combination of simple sentences. All right. So in the case of conjunction, remember we said, it's according to the material. We have it in the material as it states that when we talk about conjunction, we talk about placing the sign, it has to be between two prepositions, right? And when we talk about two prepositions, we have compound sentence. So now, for you to place this, all you need to do is just to place the sign between these two compounds, between these two simple sentences. Then we are going to have, today is Monday and we are at now Abuja. So let's do that together. So there's no need for us to write it out again. So what this then becomes will be W dot U. Are we together? So this then